call this meeting of the Library Board to order. Please call the roll.
Hi. Good.
Eric Guerra.
Here.
Daryl Wu.
Present.
Linda Budge.
Hey.
Sue Frost.
Here.
Phil Cerna. Jeff Slowey. Larry Carr. Stephanie Wynn.
Here.
Jay Chenier.
Here.
Darren Soon.
Here.
Don Natoli. Susan Peters.
Here.
Angelique Ashby. Sue Frost. Oops, I already called you. Alan Warren. And Lori Hewer.
Here.
Mr. Slowey just walked in.
Oh, and Mr. Slowey's here. Welcome, Mr. Slowey.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the pledge. Rivka, do you want to lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to move now to public comment on matters not on the agenda. I don't see any public.
Pardon, I have to read the meeting statement.
Please read the meeting statement.
This meeting of the Sacramento Public Library Authority is being videotaped in its entirety and will be cablecast without interruption on Metro Cable 14, the Government Affairs Channel, on the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T Uverse cable systems, and will be webcast simultaneously at www.sacmetrocable.tv. Today's meeting is being shown live and will be repeated at 4 p.m. Saturday, May 26th, and 9 a.m. Wednesday, May 30th on Channel 14. This meeting is closed captioned. A DVD copy will be available for checkout from any library branch no later than 2 weeks following today's meeting. A public copy of the full agenda, including reports, is available for viewing at the back table and is available on the library website at www.saclibrary.org. Members of the audience wishing to address the board should complete a speaker identification form located at the back table and give it to the clerk. Please speak into the microphone when addressing the board and state your name for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes so that everyone may be heard. In consideration of others, please silence your cell phone at this time.
Okay, thank you. So now we'll move to public comment on matters not on the agenda. Seeing none, we'll move on to presentations. Friends of the Library, I don't believe, is here today. The Public Library Foundation. Mr. Derringer, April.
Good afternoon, authority members. My name is Jim Derringer. I am Vice President of the Sacramento Public Library Foundation. Well, it's our distinct pleasure today to sort of symbolically present to the authority our check for $268,000, representing the various categories of distribution that we are making this year. So I have a brief statement I'd like to read into the record, if I may.
Yep, absolutely.
First, thank you very much.
Did people get the copy of this?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do have a copy.
All right, great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Chairman Chenier, we come before you today to present the authority with contributions from the Sacramento Public Library Foundation totaling $268,000. Because our focus is on children's literacy, we would like to bring attention to donations that are being made for the purpose of increasing the reading skills and reading enjoyment of our youngest library users. So there are a number of components to this total contribution. There's $125,000 for the library's Summer Reading Program 2018. There's $18,275 for a yet-to-be-named project at Colonial Heights. And there's $2,225 for books for the First Five Bookmobile project. The remaining $122,500 is based on donor direction and is detailed in the chart at the end of the letter that you've been furnished. Because the foundation is deeply invested in continuing to grow summer reading, We have solicited and received a grant that has allowed us to map current literacy resources in Sacramento, including the library's summer reading program. No single program in Sacramento County touches as many children as summer reading at the library, and understanding the impact of summer reading at the school level will be critical to future fundraising efforts. In addition to raising immediate support for the library, we are building an endowment to secure for all time the participation of 30,000 children annually in summer reading at the library. We have raised, including pledges, approximately $500,000 this year, which we will add to the $350,000 we have already received. We're seeking $1.5 million in the silent portion of the campaign and another $500,000 when the campaign goes public, so a total $2 million campaign. And finally, we have gradually transformed our operations so that they require no in-kind support from the library itself. We require no space, utilities, marketing, or technology support from the library administration, allowing those resources previously allocated for those purposes to go directly to the communities who most need the library. So in the schedule attached to the letter, you'll find a more detailed listing of the contributions that have been specifically designated, and forthcoming will be letters confirming these contributions and the recognition and reporting guidelines for those gifts. We're grateful to the entire library staff for their hard work and dedication to making the Sacramento Public Library the best it can be. We feel strongly that our library system should be at the center of Sacramento's literacy solutions and remain committed to advancing literacy throughout the library and through the library and its resources. So we respectfully submit those comments, and we appreciate the authority's support.
Great. Thank you. Let's see if we have any comments by any of my board members. Mr. Swin?
Yeah, just very, very grateful for your contribution, and very grateful for your contribution and dedication of support for our library authority and the services that are provided. Appreciate it. And you were out at Big Truck Day. We had it in Elk Grove too, so it was nice to see you folks out there as well.
Big Truck, Little Books.
Yeah.
Mr. Guerra.
Thank you. I wanted to thank the board again and the staff that work tirelessly on there. Ms. Butcher, thank you so much for all you do out there, and the fact that we're also going to be able to help out Colonial Heights Library. I know Councilmember Chenier and I greatly appreciate that for the district out there in the south area on Stockton Boulevard.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Wu.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to say thank you on behalf of the Sacramento City Unified School Board. With 70% of our children on free and reduced lunch, these opportunities in the summertime are fantastic and will help keep them at reading level, grade reading level throughout the summer and not lose any during the summertime. So thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
Great. Just a quick note. First of all, thank you. I think it's great work. Your Authors on the Move event, which raised the bulk of the summer reading money, correct? Was about 50%. 50% of it was a great event, really well attended, well put on, and with a great speaker, I may add. It was pretty inspiring. I would just direct folks to look at the schedule for a minute and understand that the funds that have been raised that are coming from the foundation are really spread throughout the county. Not exactly fair share for everyone, but I think doing a good job hitting a lot of important need. And I'd also direct you to the last line here, which is the librarian's discretion, which is something new here, which allows RIFCA to be able to ask for funds for special projects. We know things come up that may not be budgeted. It's kind of like an opportunity fund. So I think that's a really good step forward. So good step forward in the relationship between the library and the foundation, and we appreciate the check.
Yeah. All right.
So thank you very much. Okay, I think
We're wondering what to do with this thing.
Yeah, do we have a camera and a picture? Yeah. So why don't we do that, Rivka?
You know, I walked over here in the wind with it, and I felt like a boat in the on the high seas.
Should be the picture.
Oh, that's a great.
Rivka?
This is Chris.
Rivka, why don't you, the three of you, do this? That'd be great.
It's free
Are you guys all coming down? You're going to want that. You got Susan on Darren, come on down. Oh, this way.
Thank you, John.
Okay. I think what I'd like to do, unless there's a reason not to, is like go through the agenda and then we could adjourn to closed session. Is that?
Anything you like.
That's what I would like. So let's go ahead to the director's report. We'll come back to 4.0 later.
All right, I'll refer you to my written report. Sorry, mic's off. And a couple of things. If you go to page page 9 in your packets, the second item, scratch out the word potential. We will be opening the Martin Luther King Jr. and the Valley High North Laguna Library 7 days a week, beginning on Sunday, June 10th. We'll be open for 13 Sundays and Mondays. And the amazing, stupendous, incredible Christy Ham has already arranged for lunch. So we will be able to serve lunch 5 days a week in both of those locations. And we know how important that is for kids during the summer. We have lots of kind of crazy ideas to make it a really, really positive and good summer. So that is a good thing. So now we can go back to the first item, and I'm going to ask Christy to come up to the podium. And you all have packets on your desk. We're expecting each and every one of you to sign up for the 2018 summer reading program. We've given you the incentive of the pencil, as well as all the game things.
How could we refuse now?
You want the T-shirts too? I can. Okay, we'll be working with you on that. We're understanding. By the way, these T-shirts are a gift from the Friends of the North Natomas Library, who I had to yes.
Very nice.
They provided mono-colored ones, but staff who wanted the all colors paid the difference.
Yeah, we do want to thank
the $14 each, if you, so we'll make sure that you all get them.
If
all
you
right?
want them, you got them.
Christy, take it
so
away.
summer reading. It's summer reading time already. It starts June 1st officially, but sign-ups are ready now at saclibrary.org/summer reading. So we hope you and all of your staff and your constituents can know all about summer reading. It's not just for kids, it's for all ages. The theme this year is Reading Takes You Everywhere. Basically, it's real simple. You read books, do activities, and win prizes. So there's game sheets for different age groups. Pre-readers, we believe kids 0 to 5 need to be involved too. School-age kids, of course, makes up the bulk of who we are targeting to keep the summer slide at bay, but also teens and adults. And we even have a group activity sheet so we can go out to summer camps and summer school programs so that groups can participate together, and then they can do it individually as well. But we know that summer learning takes place in all different agencies over the summer, and the library is committed to doing the outreach to make it possible. You can win prizes. Of course, who doesn't love a prize? So everybody who reads 5 books gets a free book. Kids get a free book of their choice. Adults get a book bag, and you all have a fabulous sample. They also get, thanks to the Friends of the Library. Oh, well, Rivka will show you her bag. She has it right here. It looks just like the picture. So read 5 books, you get a bag. Who doesn't need a bag?
And it's color coordinated.
Correct. They also get, thanks to the Friends of the Library, a coupon to the book den to get a free book from there. It helps drive traffic to this important activity that the Friends of the Library operate. The prize books, of course, kids are really motivated to be able to pick a book of their own to choose. Having a book in the home is a big predictor of reading success, and the library is committed to that. And thanks to the foundation for their generous support, we're able to pick out really wonderful prize books for kids to choose in the library. Then we have some grand prizes also for one lucky winner from each age group. Pre-readers get a train set because reading can take you anywhere. For kids and teens, we're offering a Nintendo Switch, something motivating to keep them reading a little longer. And then for adults, we're offering a Reading Takes You Wherever You Want package, which is a gift card. You can either have a take you somewhere, a Southwest gift card, or a stay opportunity where you get a Target gift card or a Barnes & Noble. So those are just a few of the things happening from the library. And we want to highlight the success that Sacramento Public Library is recognized as a leader in our state. We had the highest number of finishers of any library in California last year, and we want to capitalize on that success this year. So we are already, plans are well underway. Library staff are out in the community spreading the word, and we hope you will too. Any questions?
Great. Seeing none, thank you very much.
All right, but wait, there's more.
Wait, there's always more.
We want to especially thank Councilmember Carr, who is providing swim passes, even though he isn't here to receive the thanks, and Director Hewer, who's provided 300 swim passes, that is a hint, to kids who finish summer reading in Galt. So we're throwing down the challenge.
Yes.
5 books, you get a swim pass. 5 books, you get a swim pass.
We're hoping to spread that opportunity to all the districts in the city council to support all the city pools and let that be a prize for summer readers. So an email went out and we'll be continuing. We'll get the word out to you. Thank you.
Great.
And therein ends my report.
Thank you very much. Ms. Hewer.
So we started with 300. I would be happy if it went a lot higher than that. So if kids are reading every 5 books, they'll get a swim pass.
Hey! Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Natoli.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Just to take another excerpt from Rivka's report, I just wanted to note on page 10 that a number of different donations and honors. Certainly congratulations to Rivka on her award as well. But I wanted to just call out that in the middle of the page there on page 10 that the Florin, Town of Florin, Community of Florin memorabilia that was donated by Gus Canellos. Gus has been a friend of mine for getting on 40 years, and he's 90 as noted here, and he very generously donated his memorabilia, and certainly I know that there are folks in the audience who are very close to him, but his one-of-a-kind collection is just that. He has gathered information regarding the history of that community, certainly its significance in the early settlement and development of the broader Sacramento community, and just wanted to call that out again. I know that he cares very deeply about the community. He has been one who has, collected some treasures along the way, and he shared that treasure with the library. And I think it'll be a valuable resource for generations of Sacramentans, but anybody in the world basically, because you can access that obviously through the net. I just think it's really important to have that in the library, and I want to thank him for his donation. And I know obviously Rivka and others, and certainly Jared, have expressed those thanks too. So thanks.
Okay, great. Mr. Wu.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Rivka, I noticed that, again, we were going to have the summer lunch at the library. Mm-hmm. I was with Dr. Pan on Tuesday as he launched his Million Meal Lunch program for the summer, so I hope that we take advantage of that.
Oh, we were there.
I thought I saw you. But I want to also take personal note to congratulate you for being getting a call as the 2018 Distinguished Alumni of the University of Washington High School. So congratulations.
That means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm really proud of my education. It was hard to get.
Okay. Well, thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to information. We have items 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, and 6.4. Any questions on those?
We thought this year that rather than give you a presentation on the cost allocation plan, you've heard it every year.
Yep.
If you have questions, we're happy to answer them. Okay. It's still the same, 58 county, 42 city.
All right. Those are information items, but we'll let you move the budget when we get there. So let's go to 7.0, 7.1, proposed budget, position control, and fines and fees for 1819.
Okay, shall we go?
And just to note that the Budget Committee has combed through this already.
So Johnny and I are going to try to keep this to 5 minutes. We hope that you've read all your packets. And I'm doing it without a net. He's got all the budget documents. So, and he'll do most of the talking. As you can see, I've got mine. This is all I need. So we wanted just to clarify a few things. So we, again, showed some of the allocations about where our revenues come from, as well as the 5% that comes from fines, fees, investments, and cost revenue centers like the Galleria. We'd love to have more for-profit centers, but that's a good one. And moving over to Johnny, before we move on, you'll see that we're the overall budget expenditures are planned for $48.2 million, which is a use of fund balance for 3.1, and we'll get to the detail on that as we move along.
So picking up where Rivka left off, the use of fund balance, $3.1 million. Mainly that's for one-time uses. So $2 million is going to the Sylvan Oaks Library branch refresh. About $750,000 for other capital projects within the county funding sources, and another $350,000 for computer refresh. So again, it's mainly for one-time uses of capital projects. So here's a couple nice pie charts of revenue and expenditures, and if you look at the revenue pie chart, so 55%, again, it's from county property tax payments for library services, and on the flip side, expenditures are 60% are mainly for salaries and benefits, and then 24% for services and supplies, and books budget for about 11%. So year-over-year changes with the revenue sources. So the net impact is an increase of about $2.4 million in increase in revenues. And if you look towards the top of the page, $1.5 million is an increase in property tax revenues. So the market is still very hot in terms of the housing market, but nobody really knows when things will settle down. So it's something that we monitor and look at, so we're confident that increasing by about $1.5 million will be a reasonable estimate. And then also the City of Sacramento general fund contributions will be increasing by $1 million. So we have received confirmation from the city's finance team to go ahead and include that in our budget projections. Other miscellaneous changes with Measure X, the one that shows sunset. So that's the old ballot measure, which will be sunsetting by fiscal year 2018. So once we close out the books for this year, that fund will go away. And then the next line down where it says City of Sacramento Measure X renewal, that's a continuation of the old Measure X. And overall, the increase is about 5.7% compared to the FY18 budget.
I did want to make one note about the other revenue is in the negative right now. That's because we don't book grants and gifts until we get them. So we hope that will be a much bigger number at the either September final or the mid-year adjustment.
So Exhibit 1A, this is a nice 3-year comparison. So we have the beginning fund balance as of June 30, 2017, and that's an audited number. And then we have the estimated fund balance for June 30, 2018, which is the current fiscal year. And at the very last column, we have the projected fund balance for as of June 30, 2019. So at the end of the fiscal year for next year, we're anticipating economic uncertainties of about $4.5 million and a combined fund balance of approximately $31 million. And of that amount, $21.4 million is the county fund, and approximately $6 million is the City of Sacramento combined fund balances. Exhibit A2, again, this just nicely recap our funding sources at $45.1 million, expenditures of $48.2 million. So as such, staff is recommending using fund balance in the amount of $3.1 million for one-time uses for capital projects. Exhibit A3, so the fonts are getting tinier, but this is a sort of summarized recap of all our different funding sources. Again, the County of Sacramento, we're estimating about $25.4 million. City of Sacramento general fund contribution, parcel tax, Measure X and B combined. So those three added up to about $19.1 million. And so in total, the funding sources at about $45.1 million. Again, a 5.7 increase over the current fiscal year. In terms of expenditures, so county expenditures at $28.2 million. City again at about $19 million in total projected expenditures. And again, if you look at the middle section where it shows City of Sacramento parcel tax X sunset, that's the old ballot measure. So once we close the books for this year, that will phase out by the time we finish up our audit. Exhibit 5A5. This is our books and material fund. So mainly the primary funding sources are from the County of Sacramento, City of Sacramento General Fund, Measure X, and Measure B. And the allocation is divided up using the cost allocation plan that Rivka had mentioned earlier. So approximately 58% goes to the county funding sources and 42% to the City of Sacramento combined.
Okay, the next page is the most exciting one in your entire packet. And this, we hear what the county has been saying about our fund balance, and so we've been looking at staffing and how we can do this. We've added a lot of efficiencies in terms of technology as well over the past few years. We will be adding 6-day-a-week service in 10 libraries, and then 7 of those libraries will also be open on Sundays from 12 to 5. The one minus number you see there is the Franklin Community Library. That's our joint use facility operated with the Elk Grove Unified School District, and we had tried a model of opening the library at 7:30 in the morning, and it just isn't sustainable with the staff that we have. We really need cooperation and help from the school district to make that work. So we're going to put that library on the same schedule as the schedule we're proposing for all of these libraries in terms of a 10 a.m. open, a 7 p.m. close, with Carmichael, Arden Dimmick, and Rancho Cordova being open till 8 on Thursdays for community programs and other things. But it all nets out to about 100 extra hours of library service, the most we've had in decades. So we're really excited about that. And we're doing it with no additional, well, we have some support staff, as you will see coming up, but it's all accounted for within the revenues we have on the county side for those libraries. Do you want me to talk about Sylvan Oaks?
Sure.
Okay, so the use of fund balance is really for the Sylvan Oaks Library. We've done some refreshes in the last couple of years of some buildings, and we decided to actually really do it in a way that we think is a lot more future-proofing for our libraries. So we're being realistic about, number one, what it's going to cost, but what the benefits will be. So we're estimating $2 million for that project, and then there's about another $1 million for other capital projects and deferred maintenance, all in county locations. So that's where that $3 million comes in. We still would like to improve the Martin Luther King Library. It's a 50-year-old building that really needs some work on it, but we're just not as sustainable on the city side at this point, so that's a conversation for another day. You want to move forward? I think we're going a little over 5 minutes. So we are adding a net of 5 positions from the last time we presented position control to you. So we're at 291. The 5 FTE increase is mostly in our logistics and delivery areas. We have custodians, we have general services worker who are literally our drivers, as well as a library associate who's doing special projects and outreach, things like our Veterans Resource Center, work on the grant. The first 5 grant has closed out or will close out at the end of this fiscal year, so we have to figure out how we will do some sort of continuation of service to high-need areas. A library supervisor 2 at the Central Library. Materials handler, again, relates to moving the materials around the district. And then something that we're going to the old staffing model, the one that was in place when I got here, with a library director and 2 deputy directors. So we really streamlined the job descriptions because we're a nimble, flexible group, and it's silly to have such exact job descriptions. Our work changes every day, and we want people who can change with it, and we have them in place. We have Jared Keller and Kathy Middleton who do a fine job, so they will be our deputy directors. And we're eliminating the old position. No changes to the fine and fee structure, and future challenges, again, pretty much what they have been. Do we have this slide up? Or do we have? Yeah. Future challenges still include the City of Sacramento. While we're thrilled to get that to be restored to 2008 levels of funding, that same $9 million that we've been restored to in the general fund is worth about 11.2 in today's dollars, and we continue to face those challenges. Of course, inflation has been an issue, and you can see that in the rising costs of healthcare, books and materials, and other services and supplies. And then, of course, we have looming before us the PERS increase. So we're looking at about $2 million for the library over the next 5 years, which I know is budget dust for those of you in larger jurisdictions, but believe me, it means a lot to us. So that's our quick overview. Do you have questions? Is there anything we can answer?
All right, Ms. Frost.
So, Rivka, on the refresh and capital improvements, I don't know why I was under the impression the Library Authority did not do capital improvements. So is the county paying for those?
It's not really, they're a refresh. So the way the JPA is written, the jurisdictions are responsible for the exterior of the building of the buildings and the exterior of the buildings. We're responsible for paint, carpet, furniture, and things like wayfinding or reorganizing how the library is actually laid out. That's our responsibility. So that's where
maintenance and repair, basically.
It's maintenance and repair, but in this case, it's maintenance and repair, not on steroids, but we're really looking at our buildings and looking at things like our shelving doesn't meet ADA standards, so we want to reduce the height of the shelving in all locations.
It's internal upgrades.
It's all internal, okay. Yeah.
And then in your notes in here, you made some brief comments about your discussions behind the scenes on the fund balance discussions, and I'm just curious to know when you're going to be finalizing those discussions and we're going to have a good understanding of whose funds go where and what policy recommendations you have. When will you be bringing that back to the board?
I'm happy to answer. We had a meeting with the county finance folks, which was really productive. What we wanted to do is some modeling first of different economic scenarios for the county. So if we hit another recession, if we hit a deep recession, what does that look like? And then come back to so the county has said that they will work with the library authority to do that modeling. Once we have that, then we can come back to the board with some options. I don't know that we have a time frame yet.
Well, our hope is to come back in August because, as you know, we'll true up the budget at the September meeting. So we were hoping to actually workshop this at our August board meeting.
But
it's going to include the fund balances, who has what, and what the rationale is applied to how they get to who has what. And
correct.
all that.
So the decision by the board, there'll be a kind of a philosophical decision of how much fund balance do we want to retain as a reserve, and that hopefully will be driven by the modeling that we do to say, we will hit a recession in a few years. So if you want to keep going, do we need 6 months worth? Do we need 25% for a year?
Got it.
What does that look like? And then that'll drive the discussion of how much is left and how much we want to spend.
Thank you. Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Good. That answers the question. Any other questions?
Go ahead, Ms. Hewer.
So my only question is, and it kind of goes in with that, is that I'm concerned that the economic uncertainty reserve is not high enough, that 10% in a budget this size, if you had a really large budget, maybe 10% would be enough, but the 10% for economic uncertainty doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't appear to be enough. I would feel more comfortable at 20 or 25%, and so maybe it goes along with those discussions. But with the unreserved fund balance being what it is, it would appear to me that this would be the time to have some set aside for economic uncertainty.
And that's
That's exactly the discussion we want to have.
Yeah.
So how much in the reserve, how much in fund balance do you want it, and how do you want to spend it? Okay, I'm happy to entertain a motion. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, budget passes unanimously. Thank you, Johnny, great job, appreciate it. And thank you to the Budget Committee also and all those who participated in that.
That was a great
We have a consent calendar, items 8.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Any comments on the consent calendar? Is there a motion?
Move consent.
I have a motion by Mr.
Second.
Wu, second by Mr. Swen. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, the motion carries unanimously. Reports, ideas, and questions from board members? Ms. Ashby.
Thank you. I just had two things. One is I wanted to make sure everyone knew that our library director has been named one of the Women Who Mean Business of the Year award recipients. She will go to the first event of that today, I believe, and then she will receive that award in the coming days. It's hard fought. It's not an easy award to receive. She is well deserving of it, and I'm really proud of her. And so she stands out amongst the elite women who are working hard and being acknowledged in our region. So congratulations to Rivka on that. And then
I'm a little blown away by that one.
Well deserved. And then I just wanted to make sure that we appropriately embarrassed Councilmember Guerra, because he's really old today. He turns 40.
Ooh.
And so I just felt like, it's not your birthday until you get embarrassed at one of these board meetings. So happy birthday, Eric.
At least I didn't mention your age this morning when they did the same thing.
40. I told him he's no longer eligible for the 40 under 40 award. That's the saddest day ever.
All right, welcome to Over the Hill. All right, thanks. Seeing no other, we will adjourn to closed session, and I don't believe that we'll have anything to report out. Is that correct?
We may have something to report out, but if we could also keep the audio and visual not turned off.
Okay,
Last
so
month
we'll
it was
keep
shut
that
off.
open, and
Yeah.
we'll come back if
If nothing else, to adjourn.
All right, so let's go back to room number 2.